In question number 11, they have given us that if S1, S2, Sn be squares such that for each n greater than equals to 1, the length of the side Sn equals to the length of the diagonal of Sn plus 1. Therefore, length of side Sn will be equals to root 2 length of side Sn plus 1. Is it clear? So we can write here that length of side Sn plus 1 by length of side Sn is nothing but your 1 by root 2. Is it clear? Therefore, the length of the sides of the squares S1, S2, S3, Sn are in GP whose common ratio is 1 by root 2. Do you accept this? Is it clear? Now, they have asked us that if the length of the side S1 is 10 centimeter, they have given S1 as 10 centimeter. Is it clear? Then they have asked us, then for which of the following values of n is the area of Sn less than 1 square unit? Is it clear? 1 square centimeter. The length of the side of the square Sn is nothing but what it will be? It is in GP whose common ratio is 1 by root 2. Therefore, it will be the first term into common ratio to the power n minus 1. So, S1 they have given us as 10. So, it is 10 into 1 by root 2 whole to the power n minus 1. Therefore, what will be the area of the square Sn? What is the area? Area of Sn is what? It is side square, that is 10 square into 1 by root 2 whole to the power 2n minus 2. Do you accept this? Okay, now this gives you what? 100 into 1 by 2 to the power n minus 1. Now by the problem they have said that the area is less than 1 square centimeter. So it is less than 1. So that gives you what? 2 to the power n minus 1 is greater than 100. Is it clear? 2 to the power n minus 1 greater than 100 implies that your n minus 1 has to be greater than or equals to 7. Is it clear? That implies n is greater than equals to 8. Okay, so now from the given options you see, they have asked us to find out the value of n for which the area Sn is less than 1 square centimeter. Your 7 is not correct, 6 is not correct because all those values are less than 8. Therefore, your n will be equals to 8. For n, when it is greater than equals to 8, this whatever condition they have given that the area will be less than the area of the square Sn will be less than 1 square centimeter is satisfied. So if n is 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, but in this problem, since the question is given all the values are less than 8, therefore your answer in this case will be 8. Now you see in this question, if they give you a multiple option correct, then they would have given you some values which will be more than 8. Now that will also satisfy this condition. Right? But since it's a single option correct and only one value is given, therefore your option B is correct for question number 11. Is it clear to all of you? In question number 12, they have said the term independent of x in the expansion. The term independent of x in the expansion Okay, term independent of x. Now, what is the general term for this expansion? It will be 4CR 3x square whole to the power 4 minus r into minus 1 by 3x square whole to the power r. So what we are getting? This is the general term, which is your tr plus 1th term for this expansion. So we are getting 4CR 3 to the power 4 minus r minus 1 whole to the power r into so we are getting is it clear? Now this term, the term of this expansion when multiplied with this will give you the term which is independent of x. That's exactly what we have to find out. Now you see, when 1 is multiplied with this term, and if we find out the term which is independent of x from this expansion, that term when multiplied with 1 give you a term which is independent of x in the final expansion. Okay, so this is independent of x when 8 minus 4r equals to 0. That implies r as 2. Is it clear? Okay, now when x is multiplied with a term here, the final in the final expansion, it will give you an independent of x. That is, you have to find out a term which consists of x to the power minus 1 in this expansion. Is it clear? In this term, if you can find out x to the power, what will be the coefficient of x to the power minus 1, which when multiplied with x will give you a term which is independent of x. Now, when 8 minus 4r equals to minus 1, that gives you r as a fraction. Yes or no? Which is not possible. Is it clear? Now, next it is x square. So we have to find out a term here which consists of x to the power minus 2. That is 8 minus 4r equals to minus 2. That implies again r is coming to a fraction. Am I correct? R is coming to a fraction. So this is again, it's not possible. Yes or no? Okay. Now we are getting, so we have to find out the term independent of x. Now, we got that r as 2. If r is 2, then what is the value of this coefficient? We are getting it as, let me do it here. We are getting it as 4c2, 3 to the power, it's coming 0, right? 3 to the power 0 minus 1 to the power 2. So it's coming to what? 4c2, which is nothing but your, it's nothing but your 6. Is it clear? Now 6 multiplied with 1, so the coefficient is 1 in that final case, so it will be only 6. Is it clear to everyone? Absolutely. Therefore, our option D is correct for question number 12. For question number 12, answer is 6. The option D is correct. In question number 13, they are said to evaluate limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus cos cube x by x sin x cos x. Okay, now let me just write a cube minus b cube formula, which is nothing but 1 minus cos x. You can go by L'Hopital's rule also. There also you will get the answer, but I am trying to do it in another way. So a cube plus b cube, a plus b into a square plus ab plus b square divided by, its x is here, sin x is here, cos x is here. So limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x by 2 divided by, now this sin x I am writing it as sin x by 2 cos x by 2 into cos x. Okay, 2 goes off, 1 sin x by 2, sin x by 2 goes off. So limit x tends to 0, sin x by 2 by x by 2 into half into limit x tends to 0, 1 plus cos x plus cos square x divided by cos x by 2. Now this part will give you 1, so it's coming half, and this one will give you, 1 plus 3 and 1. So only 3. So answer will be 3 by 2. Is it clear? Therefore, our option C is correct for question number 13. For question number 13, option C is correct. In question number 14, they have given limit x tends to infinity, cot inverse x to the power minus a log x base a divided by sec inverse a to the power x log a base x, where a is greater than 0. So let log x base a, let us say it is equals to t. So that implies what? Tell me. X is nothing but a to the power t. Am I correct? Now as x tends to infinity, then your t also tends to infinity. Is it clear? Therefore our limit becomes limit t approaches to infinity, cot inverse x is a to the power t, so it will be what? X to the power minus a can be written as a to the power minus at divided by sec inverse a to the power x, that is a to the power t log a base x can be written as what? 1 by t. Is it clear? Now you observe, as t approaches to infinity, this part is coming to what? T is approaching towards infinity, and this part a to the power minus at is approaching, a is greater than 1. So this part is approaching towards 0. Is it clear? T is tending towards infinity, but this thing is approaching towards 0. So it will be nothing but your cot inverse 0, which is nothing but your pi by 2. Am I correct? Divided by. As t tends to 0, since a is greater than 1, so a to the power t is approaching towards infinity, but 1 by t is approaching towards 0. So it will be sec inverse 0. Again it is coming to pi by 2. Is it clear? Therefore your final answer will be equals to 1. Thus your option C is correct for question number 14. Option C is correct for question number 14. Have you understood this problem clearly? In this question they have said that NC0 minus NC1 plus NC2 minus this thing goes on minus 1 whole to the power r, NCr equals to 28. Now we have to find out the value of n, right? Now you see, we know that NCr plus NCr minus 1 is always equals to n plus 1 Cr. Do you accept this? Okay, in place of n, you put n minus 1. So what the formula actually takes place? The formula will become basically n minus 1 Cr plus n minus 1 Cr minus 1, which is equals to NCr. Is it clear? Okay. Now, we got this. Let it be in our hand. Now we have been given this. So look at carefully what I am doing this in this equation. NC0, let it be like that, minus NC1 can be written as n minus 1 C1 plus n minus 1 C0. Is it clear? Plus NC2 can be written as n minus 1 C2 plus n minus 1 C1. Okay? Next, the third term will be, the fourth term will be NC3, which is nothing but your n minus 1 C. NC3 can be written as n minus 1 C3 plus n minus 1 C2, and this thing goes on, right? And the last term will be minus 1 whole to the power r NCR. I'm writing it as n minus 1 CR plus n minus 1 CR minus 1, okay? Which is equals to your 28 they have given us. Is it clear? Now you observe carefully. Here your r is an even number. Here r is an even. Here r is even. Can you tell me why? Here r is even. Can you tell me why? Because let us say that r is odd. Let us say r is odd. If r is odd, that means it can be either 1, 3, 5, something like that. Now suppose if r is 1, then we are having actually NC0 minus n minus 1 C1 plus n minus 1 C0, which will be equals to 28. Now look at carefully. If I open the bracket, NC0 and n minus 1 C0, they are same value, having the value 1. So this will go off. So we will be left with minus n minus 1 C1 equals to 28, which is impossible. Because this n minus 1 C1 always gives you a positive value. So a negative value cannot be equals to 28. Is it clear? Now let us check another case. Let us say r is 3. That is, we are taking this term, this term, this term, as well as this term, right? These are, when r is 3, then we are having this, and this term. Now if I open the bracket, look at carefully, this goes off, because n minus 1 C0, NC0, they are all equals to 1. This goes off. This and this goes off. N minus 1 C2, n minus 1 C2 goes off. So again we are left with minus n minus 1 C3, which is equal to 28, which is impossible, right? Therefore, your n is always, in this case, has to be even. Otherwise, it will never satisfy this equation which is given to us. Is it clear? Now, if I open the bracket, so first of all, we have decided that we got that r is an even number. So keep it in your mind. Now, if I open the bracket, look at carefully, everything will get cancelled. Everything, this, everything will get cancelled except minus 1 whole to the power r n minus 1 CR, which will be equals to 28. Is it clear or not? Every term will get cancelled except this term, right? Because r is even in this case. Since r is even, so we can write n minus 1 CR is nothing but 28. Now 28 is nothing but your 8C2. 28 is nothing but 8C2. So what we can write here, r is nothing but 2. And your n minus 1 will be equals to 8. That implies your n is nothing but 9. Have you understood this problem? N is nothing but 9. Therefore, your option A is correct. Your option A is correct for question number 15. Have you understood it?